Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xa Talk Show. And today we're going to talk about interesting stuff, the wonders of the interesting stuff in the world. And we're gonna, okay, actually, Jesus, just how wide do you need this to be? Okay, one of the topic is about some messages, watching, live chat. What? Okay. One of the interesting thing is about the expected window width of browsers. Over the past 20 years. So I started coding HTML. Since 1995. Since HTML began, since the web began, and um, so in 1991 the monitor size, the width is 640, the height is 480. That's standard. Then in 2000 the standard is about 800. The width is 800. Then then in uh, then in it increases over the years. But anyway, let me meanwhile do this, upload to my website, and we can see here one guy watching. Hi, say something. Xali window size. Okay, so over the years, the past 20 years, I've observed, what is, when you do web dev, the web designers, or the web coders, they particle maker tutorial. So window size, DVD size, screen size. So the web designers, you have to design your website so that you assume that the people, the viewers, has certain window size. So over the years there are certain window width that's kind of standard, for websites. You design it so that you assume the window is that size. So I have actually a comparison here. Actually, I have several articles about it. That's interesting. Second Life. Okay, this page is about using JavaScript to find out your viewport size, your window size, your screen size. For example, my monitor is 1920 by 1080, and my window size right now on this window is 1360 by 920, and my viewport. If you do web dev, there's a concept of viewport. Now the viewport is basically viewport. I think it's minus the scroll bar and minus the top menu and tabs stuff, and sometimes a status bar at bottom. But anyway, this page is about how to use JavaScript to find out about your all these sizes and scroll amount. Hey Isaac, good morning. So how is your class in informatics? I looked up informatics. Let me type it. Informatics. I looked up. That's no good. So what do you think? Was it good for you? So informatics, it seems to me it's like agile, agile and pair programming and extreme programming. It began with extreme programming in around year 2000. It became hugely popular. It's about principles of software engineering. Okay, so yeah, I'm not. I still don't trust that topic. Whenever they tell you that, nah. You know. So do you like it? I don't like it because software software engineering Okay, you don't like it neither. Software engineering. Software engineering. It's we can compare to mathematics. It's in sharp contrast with math. For those uninitiated, you might think that both of them are hard sciences. Math and programming, because doing programming, everything must be correct. Otherwise it won't run. But actually, software engineering or programming in general, there's are full of crackpots, crackpottery, fake principles, fake, the companies they create, basically companies created them. They want to make money. One good example is Agile. I was saying, Agile, it wasn't called Agile before. It began as the extreme programming was extremely popular, and there's so many books, they want to sell you books then, and corporations, like you have this corporation, they claim that they're gonna help your company improve your software. They charge you millions of dollars or 10,000, things like that. That's how they develop. They basically all from organizations or corporations. Money is behind it. Basically, they want to make money. In order to do that, just like politics, just like politicians, they do all possible ways. But meanwhile, of course, they don't tell you, oh, I say this because I want to make money. Of course, they don't say that. And in fact, it's just like an individual, like me, for example. If I want your money, like, okay, like any person, when they want to make to get money from you, they don't say that. Like salesmen, they say the good things. They try to convince you. It's a big market. But anyway, so it began with extreme programming. Then part of it is pair programming. um, let's see, actually, let's go to back to DOM scripting, back to web tutorials, and back to what is my opinion of R. Actually, I never used R. Let me get to that. But let me first of all get to the software quackery. Um, so here's my website, design Python. Oh, you need to go to hacker code. Hacker code. Here's a collection of the hacker stuff. You see, this is a typical of the agile or extreme programming. Now, okay, this is a big topic of mine, so I can talk about this for the whole day. Okay, software voodoo of software engineering. Now, look, check out this graph. This graph is agile extreme. Okay, now you see, so you have code, then you have pair programming, then you have unit test, then you have pair negotiation, then stand-up meeting, then acceptance test, iteration plan, then release plan. And there's a cycle of periods, like release plan is every month, iteration plan is like every week, acceptance test is every day, stand-up meeting is like every day, acceptance test is every few days, and so on. Unit test minutes, pair programming is seconds, pair programming. Like you pat my back, I scratch your back, let's sit together and chat. This so these are voodoos. These are basically they the reason they are popular, and it's because they are organizations and corporations. They want to make money. They do what they can, all possible ways they can to squeeze money. But they cannot just say, they have to come up with ways, right? So these are their ways, like I'm a company. Okay, you are Google. Okay, I tell you, okay, Google, we specialize in agile, extreme, and we can help your company. Maybe not Google, because Google is too big, small companies or mid-sized companies. I can help you. It's I only charge $100,000 a week. Then you can increase your company's productivity and so on, less bugs and so on. So that's how these schemes, these things spread. That's how they spread. So it began in the year 2000. It was extreme programming. Now I don't remember who began it. You can look up Wikipedia. It'll say, but then it became the extreme programming didn't. Well, it was extremely popular, but it evolved into this agile. They are no good. Okay, basically any as far as software goes, when they talk about principles, okay, also these crack potteries, they always, almost always, just like a code, they almost always have a bunch of jargons, like like agile, agile, extreme programming, pair programming, unit test, pair negotiation, and stand-up meeting. What the fuck is that? Stand-up meeting, the way it encroaches your mind is that you work in a company, you get bored in meetings, right? Because this, especially when the company becomes big, then in general, when you are bigger, then there's a lot of inefficiency and the bureaucracy. That's just natural. When your organization is big, it becomes less efficient. So of course, companies, they you get tired of meetings and stuff. So they invented, so they created this stand-up meeting, so that instead of sitting down, you stand up. So why? Because supposedly, of course, when you stand up, you have to, like, it's not sitting. Sitting maybe make you want to go to sleep. So you stand up meeting. So they got this all these craps. Um, of course, they always appear, seems, oh, that's novel, and part of the reason, and also this agile and extreme programming thing, they always appeal to the managers, uh, especially those managers who never coded one line in their life. Okay, because suppose I'm a manager, I never coded before, I just manage you guys. Okay, you guys are the programmer. I don't know nothing about programming. That's not my background. Maybe I came from a business, business background, like business. What, they have a degree or something, so I manage you guys. Yeah, I don't know about programming. So when you have a task, okay, we need this project, and you are assigned, a particular task, and you say you can do it, or you say, how do I know? I wouldn't know. One way, okay, so how do I know? So one way to know is to get other programmers to watch you. So other programmers under me can tell me if you did good or you did bad. Like, he checks your code and stuff, and of course get you to look at his code. That is the fundamental attraction of pair programming. Okay, that is key, because I don't know nothing about coding. I'm a manager. I need you guys to work, but you tell me, oh, this cannot be done, or that is impossible. How do I know? So I get you guys to talk about it. So you got this pair programming. uh, that's one of the things that's how it grows. And basically, even the founders, the other day I was last year or half a year ago, I was watching a video. Actually, what some of the founders of agile programming, they have videos. They was invited to some conference. Okay, they giving a talk. So actually, one of them said that, yeah, agile, originally it meant something. Okay, then it became something else. It got robbed off by corporations who wants to make money. Push it. Commercial corporations become something else. So he's no longer supporting it. Like one of the agile guys said that. Um, so yeah, that's about extreme programming. And so I have a, like, collection of articles, extreme programming and agile voodoo. There are quite a lot. Some famous programmers has written against it, Okay, here is another example of the voodoo diagram. You see, now remember, these things always have lots of jargons, just like code. One of the hallmark of code, okay, is that they have lots of jargons. In fact, I claim that this is so for the Unix philosophy kind of people too. Unix philosophy, jargons, and Perl people, of course. Perl is most famous for it. Uh, okay, so look at this Agile. So it's so working software, continuous integration, daily iteration, iteration plan, review, iteration, retrospective. Okay, then release, backlog, release plan. It looks so nice. So wow, see everything, vision, the strategy, then strategy, vision, goals, charter, funding, uh, adaptability, transparency, simplicity, unity. This accelerate delivery. Yeah. So agile, it's no good. So what I'm saying, okay, back to the informatics. I don't actually know what it is, but I looked up on Wikipedia yesterday. Apparently, it's something. Perhaps it's the next wave of the agile. That's how agile evolved to. They like every 10 years. People got tired of you. So you created the new thing. Now it's no more agile. Now it's informatics. Informatics. Okay, so what I'm saying, I was going to say, okay, let's see, informatics. Let's go to Wikipedia. Uh, I recall there is a Wikipedia article. So, guys, if you have some questions, comment, opinions, type it. Keep typing, okay? I'm gonna talk about it. Uh, if you don't type anything, that means I'm doing good. I'm talking great talk. Break the loop. Hey, good morning. So let me get the Wikipedia. Let me get it. Now, if I forgot your question, just type it again because sometimes see many comments. Sometimes I noticed I missed some questions when I was watching my video again. Informatics. Wait. There is a informatics. No, informatics X. Oh, I think I saw a Wikipedia article yesterday, but anyway, let's look at this website. So it says, yeah, recognize the leader of fully integrated IT and business solution for public agencies and private organizations. Informatics continues to build upon excellent reputation for delivering end-to-end technology and project management solutions in today's fast blah blah blah. Okay, is this by the way, Isaac, is this something like the course you studied or something else? But anyway, I'm saying, okay, any when you hear anything like principles related to software engineering, okay, it, you know don't pay much attention to it. It's like almost ignore it. Anything about principle. Now, when you want to now, so if you throw away principles or agile or these things, so what's good about software? What makes great software? I mean, what kind of strategy or methodology to create great software? Okay, my opinion is this: it's very simple. You have knowledge, you are knowledgeable, you work hard, and you have great skills, and you understand you are knowledgeable about the area of your field. For example, e-commerce or whatever you are coding website for, traveling business or whatever. So knowledgeable about your tools, about the protocols, about technology, okay, about programming languages, know it very well. That's good. You work hard, of course, that's good. If you are lazy, if your company is full of lazy people, that's not good. You work hard, knowledgeable about computer science, programming, computer science protocols, programming languages, work hard, knowledgeable about your field, like whatever, you are in the gaming industry, business industry, financial industry, you need to be somewhat knowledgeable about that, or aerospace or education or whatever. That's it. That's very simple uh, uh, qualities. It's very general, proven and true. But these are boring qualities. Nobody's gonna want to, because you cannot make money out of these qualities. Therefore, you need agile. Let's agile. We let's do pair programming. And also programmers. Who wants to hear that you need to more knowledge? Of course, you need knowledge, but nobody wants to hear it. Knowledge means you have to study, you have to learn the programming language inside out. You have to learn IT protocols, TCP IT protocols. All the things you need to shed, you need to sweat, and to get those things. So that's not attractive. Attractive is, oh, we just do, if we just we if we just have like continuous integration, we have this pair programming, unit test, and stand-up meeting, everything will be great. Yeah, that's quackery. That's a general, quackery is like, oh, code, it's kind of like that. Also, let me show you an article. Sorry, why software sucks. Okay, this article got me banned on Hacker News. Why software sucks. Okay, and let me talk about PDF sucks too, by the way. And let me talk about uh, Sali, bank Sali. Yeah, yeah, let's bank Sali. Yay. Okay, there is yeah, Emacs people. Uh, yeah. Well, let's say ban Saudi Hacker News. Let me mention how Hacker News, Xali.org, and what is politics. So one day, I never joined Hacker News. I despise these online websites. Look at how they became today. Twitter. That's how they evolved into. I despise this Hacker News, Reddit. Reddit began in 2003 or 2005, something like that. Similar for Hacker News. They because you go there, you got this bunch of elite hacker geeks. They control it. If you say something they don't like, they ban you. Okay, so Xali.org, I never been to Hacker News before. Okay, up to 2010. I mean, I've been too. I have read there, but I never registered. I never registered an account. I never therefore I never post comments or stuff. I don't want to get involved. No, Reddit. Reddit began in 2003. I witnessed it. In the beginning, Reddit is written in Lisp, so it's Lisp. Emacs and Common Lisp is one of the first uh, Reddit rooms, slash r. Then they switched to Python, and over the years, lots of controversies, come and go, and you don't know, so anyway, Reddit, but I never joined, because I, yeah, I know what they are like, just a bunch of hacker elite. This small group, they want to tell everybody what to do. If you agree, if your opinion, for example, if your opinion is against open source, they don't like you, they ban you. It's not a matter of how you express it. I mean, even you are nice, polite, You just, you give complete, thoughtful opinions about open source. That is contrary to their opinions. They don't like you. Eventually, they're gonna kick you out. That's what they are. Uh, but okay, so I never have an account. I never had a account on Hacker News. And one day, 2010, so someone posted my website article to Hacker News. Not the first time. It's not the first time, but someone posted this particular article to Hacker News, and that article is this one. Why software sucks? Okay, uh, and then then they I don't know who it is on Hacker News. They banned xali.org. Okay, so from that day on, anything on xali.org domain cannot be posted to Hacker News. By the way, of course, I don't have account. I never posted anything to Hacker News. It's other people, right? Other people who think the article may be interesting or controversial. They posted it. So anyway, one day, this article is posted on Hacker News, and then they banned me. They banned xali.org, and and by the way, back then in 2010, I don't have Xali info yet. I don't have ergoemacs.org. I don't have the other domains. The only one I have, everything is on xali.org. Uh, I separate them because Google banned Google also banned xali.org. So then I don't have money to live. So I separate the programming and math stuff, technical stuff to xali.info, and the Emacs stuff to ergoemacs.org. Okay, that's how I start to have several domains. But I rather have just one, xali.org, because I'm of opinion that you as a person, a person have all opinions in life. You have, you know you should be not be afraid. You should show them, express them, everything. You are a programmer, but you also have opinions about other things, including any and all controversial stuff. You should say it. That's good for society. That's good for society. But anyway, so Hacker News. So someone posted this my article, and they banned xali.org. Yeah, that's what happened. So this article is kind of detail of that incident. Oh, so how do I know it's banned? Because some other day someone posted on Hacker News asking them what websites are banned and why are they banned. Someone posted this on Hacker News, and I run into this article. So then they list a bunch of websites, and xali.org is one of them. That's how I noticed. And this is around 2010, and since then, I've also used a blogger. So and I also split my website, not because of the Hacker News, but because Google. I wanted to make money by ads. That's why I split them. So, but anyway, this article details some of the incidents. Like I make a record of it. These fuckheads, and they also like to erase history. For example, I was banned. You have probably run into this article before. Okay, this article is originally on Emacs Wiki. They talk about banning me, but one day they erased it. Like they erased the whole page. That's not acceptable to me. Okay, it's like a court. Even in court, in proper law, like U.S. At least U.S. is or was a good a system governed by law. You cannot, if someone is broke the law, you have cops capture the guy, and everything is have record. You have trial, okay? Then you have a record of it. What crime did he commit? What did he do? What's his defense? Is he okay? If he's good defense and everything, no evidence, then he's free to go. But if there's evidence, he did bad, there's a record of it. And these Emacs scumbags, okay, so they discuss this about banning me, and I put my opinions there. One day they erase the page is gone, so I captured it. I save it as a record. So this scumbag, you don't want to erase history on it, okay? And today Google is doing that. Google is erasing all the websites, in like for example, Google eliminate. Yeah, well, that's another topic. They erase history, like all the, like what happens in the. It makes they make it hard to find. Okay, it's harder to find. Um, But okay, so many topics. Let me get back to there's one more thing I want to mention. Okay, Hacker News. Uh, let me go Sally Emacs. I'm just about done here, and then I'll read the comments. So if you go to my Emacs website, and if you go to Emacs miscellaneous, then let's see. Let's search for XAR. Okay, here, the item number 8 here. FreeNode IRC Emacs channel ban on XAR. Then I give a detail. Why am I banned? Okay, I mean you can see that. Then you click on where do you click? Oh, here, this link. You click on that link. That's how you get to this page. It's on Ergo Emacs. Um, you know, also I want to mention it's not like I'm not. I swear a lot and sometimes insulting. Intentionally insulting to these people because I don't like them. So it's not like I have. It's not like I'm perfect or anything. It's not like I'm a saint. Okay, I understand. I have some issues. But still, but overall, I don't. I think they are bad. Yeah, if you ask my opinion. So anyway, so that's the Emacs ban. That's a Hacker News ban. This one, what is this one? Kenneth Tilton. This is some. Yeah, Larry. Look at this. Remember, you see, back then, okay, even in 2000s, almost every post you have this quote. This part is called signature, okay, where it contains your name, maybe contact information, and some smart ass quotes. And you can see back in Poe is very popular. So this guy says Poe will always provide the null. Okay. So this is 2009. So people are talking about ban me. I think this is Complan Lisp. Okay. Many of these people's name I remember. This guy Kenneth Tilton. He's an old common Lisper. He's on Twitter, by the way. This is like 2009, so it's like 10 years ago. Kenneth Tilton. D. Herrings, yes, many of the names I remember. Yeah, but this is like history. Let me see if I can some interesting guys I can mention. Alan, this guy is very bad. Alan Mackenzie. He is the maintainer of C++ mods in Emacs. So he's one of the Emacs dev. Okay, he is also one of the person uh, who prevented progress. Let's put it this way: one of he is one of the person who did the most preventing modernization of Emacs, because every time there is some change, to Emacs that improves it, he opposes, and he's very loud. He insists, his view of Emacs is like 1980s way. He want to use Emacs the way people use Emacs in 1980s. So multiple times, whenever there's something, he opposed it. He wanted, Emacs to be stay in the 1980s way. And also, for example, one of the thing he hate is Unicode. Okay, Unicode, like today is so popular. You have almost, you have emoji, you have arrows, math symbols. It's And in fact, today Unicode, is in a lot of programming languages documentations. For example, it's in Golang, it's in JavaScript. Wait, well, I'm not going to be exact, because I can give you a lot of examples, like show you the page right now, but that's gonna go into another topic. But anyway, so he's a guy, Alan McKenzie. He's a guy who against, he don't like Unicode. His idea is like every text you type in Emacs, uh, everything built must be pure ASCII. Okay, he very bad. Uh, I mean, up to like 2 years ago, he killed one major improvement in Emacs, which is, well, that's another topic. If you guys like me to talk about that, I can go into that. But because I've got so many topics, then if you want me to talk about that, I'm going to show you the detailed articles. What exactly? What's the situation? What's the incident? I can show you lots of that. But anyway, I don't. So let's see what. Okay, so this page we talked about why software. Okay, why software sucks. This is back. Okay, we getting back to the software voodoo thing. Uh, so this is my opinion about why software suck. Back in 2001, I pretty much still hold the same opinion. And actually, I've kind of gave an overview about my opinion already. Like what are the voodoos, like code, Unix philosophy, and this agile extreme programming and patterns, software patterns, pattern my ass. Patterns was like hugely wildly popular in the year 2000s. Then you have anti-patterns, but today you don't hear it much anymore. Yeah, it's like almost gone. So this kind of code, this fad code or voodoo, they change every like 10 years. They come and go, but when they are there, it's like every programmer is insist that is the only way. If you disagree, they say you are a troll. Okay, so hi Aaron. Oh, hi, Aaron. Yeah, yeah, I know you. I recognize you. But let me go back. Okay, I'm almost done here. So, okay, I think I should read some comments because it's been a while. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me read the comments. Break the loop. Okay, good morning. Good morning. So informatics. Yeah. So Hexa. I just to play devil's advocate on Agile. Doesn't some kind of process when working in a group is necessary? Yeah, of course. Whether it's top-down waterfall, yeah, of course. Yeah, some kind of process is absolutely, yeah, is necessary. Like it doesn't matter what, in company, in running a company, or in software development, or let's say on the road to be a mathematician, or any collaborative project. Yeah, there is usually some process, and there are many, right? And yeah, so uh, So how does that? Yeah, there's some process. So isn't agile? So obviously the implication is that isn't agile, one of these process which may be good or maybe which has advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a good perspective. As far as my opinion goes. Okay, but however, I think agile and extreme programming, they are not. I mean, you could say they are just one of the methodology or principle in this this endeavor, software engineering. But I would call them actually voodoo. I mean, okay, let me put it this way. It's correct. I mean, it's true that in many endeavors, especially collaborations, you have methodologies, principles, a process, a procedure, you developed, or a plan, But however, it is also true in all kind of plans, or or in or any area, politics, in sciences, among mathematicians, you have kind of the crackpot, crackpot, or slime or some bad people. Okay, let's call them scumbags. They they sell you fake things, like fake news. There are some people who create a website that's intentionally or just fake news, no basis, but they try to sell it. They make money. So this is also true. So what I'm saying is that agile and extreme programming are of that type, in that direction. Okay, to to what degree, well, it's up to you to judge. Okay, but I'm saying agile and extreme programming, they are like that. Why? Because to me, they have many characteristics of code, or this snake oil. They have a bunch of jargons. Then also, okay, one of the most important thing you can kind of test is to they money, because they always come down to money. Like this, the corporations, whatever, they propose agile. At the end, they are making money. They want you to adapt them to, they charge you. Or books, agile books, like 10,000 agile books, extreme programming books. It's money. So that's my opinion. That's So Break the Loop says, I'm not a fan of Agile, but seems to me that a group of people working together on software have to work. Yeah, so I covered that. And Agile's with sprints, continuous integration is just a way. Okay, there are some, I think some of the ideas is good. Now I'm not too familiar with sprints. Like I'm not too sure what that is. Kind of uh, a branch of agile, I guess. A branch like religion. You have Christianity, then you have Catholics, then you have Mormons, you have Islamics. These are called Abrahamic religions. Okay, well, of course there's Buddhism and others. Then you have different sects. They fight each other. So well, anyway, no. So continuous. So okay, some ideas I would say it's reasonable or good. For example, unit testing. So the idea of unit testing is basically you write programs to test the correctness of software. Obviously, that's a good idea, but for example, Wolfram Research. Okay, I know back in 1995, before there's a phrase unit testing. Okay, they tested their software, of course, as much as automated in an automated way. like millions of lines. They test the Mathematica, Wolfram Research Mathematica. That's before unit test the word ever come up. Let's give you. I mean, let me give you another example. Open source, free software foundation, free software ideology, good for humanity, sharing, helping people, my ass, the fuck, go fuck themselves, okay? Before this exists, free software foundation, before open source exists, there's a good, they already exist. It's called good person, good man, okay? Before, I write programming in Mathematica, I share, feel free, there's a like what's copyright. The copyright phrase is feel free to use this software, okay? If you use it, please give me credit. That's it. That's in my Mathematica software. You can still find online. um, yeah, you can find it if you search, okay? But this is back in 1995. Of course, it's not me. It's not just me. Other scientists and programmers. And also even the Unix people. Many software are like many programmers are like that. Okay, you don't need the ideology free software foundation, the open source to do good things to help other people. Being a good person, helping is part of the pleasure, one of the fundamental pleasure of being a human animal, okay? But but what's wrong? But the open source and free software, they have become an ideology. That's the thing bad about them. There's nothing wrong with unit test, okay, until there is this kind of ideology. I mean, there is like everyone is pushing it. If you don't do it, you are wrong. You are a bad person, or you are just stupid. That's when things get bad, okay? So that's so the unit test idea, when you have like a juggernaut, that's what it became, also applies to open source. Because if you don't, you know then people start to accuse you. They disassociate. Oh, that guy, I don't want to associate because he's using Microsoft Word. That's like that. This happens every day. You can see. Well, of course, I know some of you, of course, I have controversial opinions, and of course some of you disagree. That's totally fine. um, so let me see open source. Let me see the let me continue to answer the comments. uh, yeah, and yeah, I don't know who is a guy who, yeah, anyway, I don't know who. I'm not sure it's Paul Granham. I suppose he's so big, at the top, he doesn't really. um, I don't know if it's him or not, but I suppose it's not. It's probably, they have lots of admins, and I don't know. You can't keep everything. Oh God, I'm so behind in reading the comments. I forgot what's the context. You can't. So Aaron says, you can't keep everything forever. Aaron says, we get older and mellow out. Old disagreements can be forgotten, and maybe we can start appreciating each other, what we contribute. Okay, that's about open source, or it's about something. It's been a while. Okay, let me catch up with the comments. How's it going? How's it going, Aaron? Great to see you here. Uh, so Isaac says, too bad I got class. Okay, so it's already too late. Oh, religion branching. It's hard to review. Okay. Open source my ass. Okay, I guess I don't want Google to ban me. Okay, so keep interesting about Mathematica doing automated unit testing backing. Yeah, it's backing. Yeah, I suppose I suppose it's not just Wolfram Research. I suppose big companies, they it's it's not the unit test. It's not just the agile people invented that. They the only thing they invented is probably the name unit test. Like once you give something a name, then you can then it's more likely to spread. Become more popular. Oh, UML. Yeah, I hate UML. UML is one of the crap, one of the voodoo created by this Martin Fowler guy. That I despise the Martin Fowler guy. Okay, not as a person. I mean, he's probably a good person. Okay, but I'm talking about opinions on technology. As far as opinions on technology goes, I think Martin Fowler is one of the voodoo. He's one of like in my mind. He and Larry Wall, okay, the creator of Pearl, is one of the snake oil, sailors, salesmen. They sell snake oil. Martin Fowler. I talked about this like for 1 hour in previous talk show. Probably a few weeks ago. Yeah, Martin Fowler with his something something injection. Nothing he does I like. Also the okay, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat old topics. Oh, hurt your leg. Oh, hope you get well. Yeah. So Aaron is a Python expert I met on Twitter, and we had some good, great Google Hangouts. And Aaron just taught me about uh, Anaconda, that Python, big Python distribution. We talked about a few days ago. So okay, so I think that covered the comment. Oh yeah, the other one, the earlier there's a question about R, Mario T. Mario T, you don't have an icon for some reason for your profile. So I never used R, so actually I don't know. I don't know nothing about R. I just heard that it's a language for statistics. It's a math-oriented language as opposed to the industrial languages. It's a math-oriented language for doing statistics, but I heard that it's also badly designed. It's not something I think I'm gonna look into. Yeah, yeah, from what I heard, but I never. Um, I don't even. Yeah, I can't say I even seen one line about. I just read it. R is for statistics. Yeah, I don't like it for much else. And Python is great for statistics too. True. So Python. Well, I as far as I know, R is really good for statistics. So Python has caught up, I guess. Uh, oh yeah, so so I didn't like Reddit Hacker News. I mean that's a general sense. Okay, I don't like um, uh, yeah, and so because I didn't like them before, because I usually it's just controlled, for example in Emacs or programming language group, Perl, back then in 2000 it's Emacs, Perl, maybe Python. I know what's gonna happen if I join, because if I join, I want to express my opinions, right? Like my opinion about open source. I had these opinions back in 2000s, and programming language design. For example, I hate Python. I hate Perl. I want to express my opinions, but I know what happens. When I join them. Of course, I join there is to talk, discuss, and sooner or later on some topics I will have to it'll come to to for me to express my opinions. I know what would happen when I do. They're gonna start to ban me, so that's why I don't like them. I rather like the free kind of open public communication group back, like news groups back then. You have news groups, so I use news groups. That I use. I don't use groups that are, that has admins. The admins who, and who are these admins? They basically they are just whoever being the first person created that group. You become admin, and your friends become admins. So it's like whoever is there first. So anyway, I didn't like them, but I created an account on Reddit about, I don't know, I don't remember when, like maybe 2010. uh, I thought, maybe it's time, maybe I can, maybe things changed. So I created and I started to, it's like on and off. It's like all these new social medias. Google had Blogger. Google had Google Plus, which Google just killed, a few days ago. And you have Live Journal. I was on Live Journal. So new technology. I try to, sometimes I join to experiment. So on Reddit, I still use now, but not much, because it's actually today, as you know, today is just a different. There's a social justice group. They ban, more severely on different things. So and Reddit, Reddit Emacs is lame information, and also the hacker community, back in 1990s or 2000s, you have the hacker kind of subculture, what you might call properly a subculture, and that's kind of gone too. Also Unix philosophy, you don't hear it much anymore. It's replaced by today's generation programmers. I'm not sure there's a name to it, but lots of millennials, code of conduct, that's evil stuff, extremely sinister. The code of conduct, the thing they are created as a political thing, whose sole purpose is to persecute. It gives them a right to persecute anyone they don't like. That's what the code of conduct is. On the surface, of course, on the surface, they are they it's supposed to be help, to help the minority, to help the, the weak, but actually they are helping the powerful. That's what they are. So Ben Franklin on discussion Ben Franklin on discussing opinions said he was much more persuasive when he did when he did not hold his opinions very strongly. Yes, or at least pretended not to. Yeah, that's a good point. I know that. I understand that. But when people call me trolling, I know that, actually I understand that, but my intention is just to like insult them, insult these fuck faces. Okay. Okay, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it's kind of true. Like, when I say these people, okay, these people, for example, let's say Emacs. Okay, we all love Emacs. Okay, and I'm famous, I suppose, for, being a non-conformist. Okay, Emacs. Okay, I still love Emacs. I use it every day. Of course, I live in Emacs, right? But I have my opinions, and that's more important. I want to say my opinions. Um, so so when but I know, especially with, especially back then. Okay, I know these people. You cannot, like, it has, that, when you say this, they're gonna ban you. They don't like you. Okay, so but basically I find their behavior not good. Okay, I think, okay, you are the bad guy, or you are the bad guy. Okay, and they are all using Emacs, right? But I observed, maybe through some interactions, I think you are no good. You are no good. So when I have an opinion, I'm going to say you are the fucking idiot, because, then I post my opinion because you. So there is a bit of that. um, you know but but I wasn't intended to convince them, no, because the way I think, because the way I think is that, I wasn't there to convince you, because the way I think is kind of like this, okay? So if 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Now if you say 1 plus 1 is 3, let's say in Emacs community everyone is thinking 1 plus 1 equals to 3. Now I'm going to come in. I'm gonna just tell you, you are fucking idiot. 1 plus 1 is 2. Go fuck yourselves, okay? I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna insult them, and that's what I want to do. My goal, that's my intention, was not to, hey, let's hey guys, hey guys, maybe maybe if you if I really want to change their opinion, yeah, I could, that's something I could do. I'm aware of the methods to the approach to get to that goal. Hey guys, you start to talk about something, and unintentionally maybe you touched some subject and made them think. That's the way to go. But that's not what I was doing, back then. At least back then. I mean, it depends on the topics. It depends on who am I dealing with, what's the situation. For example, in a company, I would never do that. If I'm working in a company, I don't do that. So I'm quite aware, what is, I'm doing. Um, so yeah, so a lot of, at least back then, a lot of my quarrels with them is that I just throw them opinions, and tell them to fuck themselves because they are wrong. Like, sometimes I feel sad. Like, Pearl is dead. Now I want those fuckheads. There are hundreds of them who had quarrel, who called me a troll, who has done things to me, and in some cases legally harassment. Okay, I whenever I argue with them, I never harass them in any legal way, okay, in any legally way you call harassment. No. Oh, the most I say is go fuck yourself. That's not illegal, okay? Because there's a difference when you do something to someone that actually impedes their livelihood, or damage their reputation. That's legally, that's liable. That's, harassment, or uh, um, uh, what's the other word? But anyway, but that's what I'm not what I'm doing. Um, so I was going to say how many people are watching now. Let's see. Now I'm getting good at videos now. Oh, 1 hour, 10 people watching. Okay. So I talked so much nonstop from the beginning. Yeah, so a lot happened, a lot, yeah. So I was talking about Pearl people, so I had a lot of quarrels, and now Pearl people is gone. I want this, I want people to be responsible, okay? And all these hackers, they always almost tends to be anonymous. Like, they don't like to use real names on Reddit, on Hackernews. You got all this bunch of fucks, Batman or whatever, and they change their account. They post something, they delete it. This happened for like 20 years now. That's why society gets bad. That's why you go to YouTube, or Twitter, and you look at the comments, okay, all anonymous, and all, like, stupid, idiotic jokes, or like content, no content. Same thing with Reddit. Jokes or memes, or there's like a little content. Maybe 5% is content, 95% is garbage. Why does that happen? That's because this that's because all these geeks, the way they think, that's, and this company is trying to push their product, this like button, the heart button, and so on. This is not supposed to be that way. You go to YouTube, All the comments, it's like none, not like 95% of them is garbage. You go to Twitter, all of them is like name calling and nothing else. That's who made them. That's made by these programmers, these hackers. Who made them? Us. We made it. Who else? It's, that's my opinion. Okay. So today's topic is actually so today actually we have a topic now. Today's topic was about uh, is yeah. Anyway, so I was saying, I prefer responsibility. If you have opinions, say it. Put put your name out there. Say it. You don't have to be extreme. Okay, of course. I'm just, that's why people call me a troll. You don't have to be extreme, but say whatever with your opinion, with your name, and and think before you say things. And give reasons. That's what I like. That's what I like. So what I think maybe that's we've been talking for an hour, so maybe that's a good that's about it. Anything else new? Hey Mario, Mario, where you from? So yeah, that's a good talk today. So break the loop. I remember you were asking me, was it my morning or my night? It actually shifts all the time. So today, I'm going to go to bed around maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's just like shifts all the time. Uh, Wait, I'm still online, right? I'm still, yeah. Okay. So say something, guys. So let's see. Is there something I wanted to cover? Uh, yeah, that and that and that and why software suck. Yeah. So yeah, I was saying, like all the people I quarreled, I want to then come like especially like the Pearl people, I want them to come back, come back, like so was I right or so there's some validation, so I mean, so these people, are not anonymous, they do whatever, then they disappeared, they disappeared after a few years, so then the cycle begins. How to set up Emacs from scratch? Are you kidding me, Aaron? Well, how to set up Emacs from scratch? You start from scratch. Well, I suppose you have. Yeah, I mean, you already have, a fancy setup. I bet. So okay, yeah. So let's wrap up. I think that's it for today. Informatics. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, that's about um, screen size comparison. Yeah, each year it changes. Um, every few years it changes. Uh, window size, Twitter. Oh, phone notifications. So Aaron says I have Spacemax minimal. Spacemax config changes. Oh, okay. So you use Spacemax. Uh, so you use Python to code. You work in a financial sector, right? So is there any interesting things, Aaron, about Python? So Mario says, I'm from Peru. Wow, Peru. Great. Great to see you. Yeah, great to meet you from Peru. Uh, Avocadoras. Hey, good morning, avocadoras. So Avocadora says, uh, let me get wait. So Avocadora says, I'll tell you how I did it. I searched on YouTube Emacs tutorial. Then I clicked a video. Mike Zamansky. I watch all his videos. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I don't remember. I don't um, recall the name Mike Zamansky. So let's look it up, and maybe other people will find it interesting. Uh, let's type Emacs. Oh yeah, there. Oh, okay. Using Emacs episode 57. Okay, so guys, check it out. Uh, avocado, avocadoras. Wait, so where you from? Aaron Hall says, I'm a minimalist when it comes to tweaking. In Emacs, you mean? In Emacs or I guess you mean Emacs. Yeah, in Emacs, I'm a minimalist too. So I guess that's it for today. Last chance. If you guys have any comments, type it. Okay, Aaron says everything minimalist. That's cool. Avocadora says yes, it's avocado and Pythagoras. Oh, that's interesting. Avocado plus Pythagoras. Avocadoras. Okay, that makes it easier to remember now. Avocadoras. Uh, from Niagara. Wow, that's interesting too. I've been to Niagara Falls back in 1986 maybe. Oh wait, Niagara, that's a country, right? Wait, that not the Niagara Falls, but Niagara is in where? In Africa or South America? Central America. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there. Okay, cool. I like dark themes, backgrounds. I like clear fonts. I like very standardized ways of tweaking things because I don't like dealing with bugs. Yeah. Hi, Mario. Um, okay, I think that's it for today. So thank you guys for coming by. Great to see you, Aaron. Um, see you guys next time.